Hi friends, I'm Joel Jonji from Joel Jonji YouTube channel, and this is a special video. And all of the people in India clap for ourselves, and the whole rest of the world clap to India. Why are we all clapping? Now India has won the first place in world population, overtaking the one and only competitor China by 29 lakh plus people. And then apart from that, our bigger brother is on the third place, who is not even a close competition with just 34 crores of people, which is slightly above just the population of our country by the time of independence, which is 30 crores. They are 34 crores now, but before some 75 years we were 30 crores. Now we are what very high level of population. All the specification we will look in this video. So now getting into sharing mode, and I have got the details prepared, scripted readily, because this is an important video. People shouldn't miss out anything. And you are as you if you need the spelling, Joel Jonji YouTube spelling is on the banner itself. You can just type Joel John and find it with my photo. You can also try searching as Joel Jonji YouTube channel in the YouTube search box. Now we are going to our content. That is first rank to India in world population. India tops in the world population. So this is happy news we have got, and I am very particular that the country should have a positive outlook about the population. That's the people living there. They should improve their ability to plan to provide the needs for all the citizens. It's a birthright of the person, and leaders are to be selected democratically by all the individuals. So that's the kind of thought process I have, and we are going to talk more about challenges in economy, and more about economics as well. Is going to come on Joel John J YouTube channel. So press the thumbs up icon below this video. Text on the comments and what are the things you want to know about, and be respectful on the comments. Don't use any hard words, because we don't have the right to accuse others, right? As we have our own thought process, others also have, but mutual respect is much important, and it's a YouTube value, so we have to respect that. So don't use any hard words on comments, but or misguiding things. Just share your thought process, knowledge, and if you want to know about any other economic or finance related topic, type that as well. If I know about that, or I can find out details about that, I will surely present it for you. And I am also going to continuously create a series called as General Knowledge, and where we will be looking at more of topics about regarding to policies in economics, and strategies, and what are the hindrances of growth, and all those we'll discuss in detail. Now I have prepared these notes. So again, from the beginning, first rank to India in the world population. India tops in the world population. Okay, now getting into the detail. India population projected to reach 142 crores point 86 lakhs. That's 142.86 crores. That's 142 crores and 86 lakhs against China's 140 crores and 59 lakhs people, and we are leading them by a difference of about 29 lakhs. Okay, now getting into the notes. Now at this point, we should also look at, as I always say, the coin has two sides. We should also look at the other point here. Population trends points to slow growth and aging societies. Family planning targets can lead to gender-based discrimination. That's harmful practices such as prenatal sex determination. That is, when the baby is found on the mother's stomach itself, they will try to scan and determine what is the sex of the baby. And this leads to sex-selective abortion. So in India, there are rules that they shouldn't disclose the sex of the child. India is set to overtake to become the world's most populous country in the middle of 2023. According to data based on by the United Nations, India's population is expected to reach 142 crores and 86 lakhs against our competitor China with 142 crores and 57 lakhs. This shows India will have 29 lakhs more people than China. The United States is a distant third with an estimated population of 34 crores. The data by the State of World Population Report 2023 of the UN Population Fund, UNPFP, UNFPA, United Nations Population Fund, short form is UNFPA, showed the world population hits to 800 crore mark in November 2022. The report says the contrary to the alarm bells about exploding numbers, population trends everywhere points to slower growth and aging societies. Just 8 countries will account for half the projected growth in the global population by 2050. They are Egypt, Ethiopia, India, Nigeria, Pakistan, Philippines, the United Republic of Tanzania, the Democratic Republic of Congo. At a time when there have been increasing calls for imposing of two-child norms in India by various political leaders, the UN agency said it finds for India to have suggested that population anxieties, a feeling of worry or fear, have spread into large proportion of general public. India's population a positive approach. 2023 is said to be a landmark year for India's population trajectory. That's the path through space and time it traces as it proceeds. That's called as trajectory. As the country it proceeds to overtake China to become the world's most populous nation, and India will remain in that position for several more years. So we are going to be the undisputed #1 rank in the world's population for several more years. We'll look at that in detail as well in this video. The advantages experts have pointed out is the demographic dividend. We will have a massive number of young population in the working age groups. Underline this. We are going to have a massive working age group population. So providing the right opportunity, right support, right financial needs, right facilities, we will be the global leaders. And a relatively lower number of those needing care, such as the elderly and the younger children, at least for a couple of decades. For the next few decades means 10 years. For the next 10 years batches, we are going to have a high level of young people who are capable of working and very less dependence like the children and elderly people. But how well is India placed to harness this young population for us to grow economically? Do we have the policy for education, skilling, and health in place? And what happens when some southern states have population that age faster than some north states? Because in if you within the India itself, some of the South Indian states are having a aging population, whereas the North is having a fast growth. The percentage population of few age groups are, that's the statistical figures are shown below. Age and percentage: 10 to 14 years, 26%; 10 to 19 years, 18%; 10 to 24 years, 26%; 15 to 64 years, 68%; and above 65 years is just 7%. It projects till 2015 there will be population growth in India, reaching a maximum of about 166 crores and 80 lakhs. I thought we will be putting a double century, that is 200 crores, but it's not happening. One of the 5 people in India will be a senior citizen. By 2050, Chinese population is expected or estimated to reduce, and it will come to 131.7 crores. So we are not even having any competition. We are going to be the undisputed champion and rank 1 in population in the world. Current lifespan of Indians, the male is 71 and females is 74 years. Percentage increase of population in India is now less than 1.2 after 2011, and before that it was 1.7%. With close to 50% of its population below the age of 25, India has a time-bound opportunity to benefit from the demographic dividend. It must convert it into economic benefits. It must convert it into economic benefits. I repeat the word, it must convert India must convert this 25 years, 50% population and world's highest population into economic benefits through additional investments in health, education, and quality jobs. Quality jobs comprises of everything: proper workplace, proper work opportunity, proper education, proper skill development, and all and lots more and lots more for all people. I want to stress this well, because the privatization has lead to a situation wherein the retirement age in some companies is being mentioned as 40. They are having a lot of logics for coming up with such low ages, and some of them they have grade wise age slabs, like in this for this post only below 20 years, only below 25 years, only below 30 years, only below 40 years, like that they cut off the have age limits for all the higher level postings. So when the person age grows and if he loses his jobs, he won't be able to find a similar job or even a job on the other corporate world. This is something where the politics, the news media, other YouTubers must concentrate. Start speaking about this. You have to put an end to that, because a person who believes on employment for his livelihood needs a job to the full of his life, or at least 65 years of age, until he has a proper pension backup or a passive income source. So people, I will put my YouTube creation related playlist at the end screen. Please, if not this, something else. Plan for your passive income, save, plan for your future. I can speak, and I can ask people to speak about corporates and the kind of rules they have, which leads to unemployment, or provides employment opportunity for only few amount of people, and they still say, no, we are looking for people, we are not having talents. If you look with this many criteria and this many struggles, and if you are not flexible to enable your workforce and to give them more opportunities and better work environment and help them to perform well, you won't find talents, because talents are created, not born always. Okay, very few, less than 1 in a lakh will be born who has the ability to selfly come up with all the talents. Your 10 fingers are not alike, but you need all the 10 fingers. Okay, friends, before again and again not getting into much of the topic, again stressing the well, 50% of India population at the age group of 25, this must be converted into economic benefits through additional investments in health, education, and quality job for all, including targeted investments in women and girls. I strongly recommend that government introduce policies with gender equality and rights at their hearts, such as paternal leave program, child tax credits, policies that promote gender equality in the workplace, and universal access to sexual and reproductive health and rights. Also consider that imposition of such targets can lead to imbalanced sex ratios, partial health and nutrition for male children, denial of paternity of female children, violence against women for giving birth to children, girl children, or coercion, that is implies threat or violence for pursuit of women to have fewer children or greater number of children. See, having children is their right. It's again a birthright, I will say. No one has the right to force. Population is a positive trend, which I have just spoken about. And within families, it's something the both spouse should take a decision. Mostly they don't, in Indian culture, they are not old enough to speak about all this before marriage. But still, even after marriage, both of them should be doing it willingly. And no partiality and no predetermination of sex of child, and definitely no abortion based on the sex of the child. That will lead to a gender imbalance in the society, and the whole society will be bankrupt. And again, stressing upon the giving birth of girl children. And as per science, it's being, even though it's not done with consciousness, it's because of the male hormones the child is sex is determined. So blaming women for getting a girl or boy baby is stupidity. And both the children have their birthright to live with equal rights. So discrimination is inhumanity. Okay, now getting back to why China population is shrinking. To what extent is the one-child policy responsible? What has the country now announced a three-child policy, including financial inducement? Will this help stop the slide? China National Bureau of Statistics announced on January 17, 2023, that the country's population has fallen by 8 lakhs and 50,000 in the year 2022. This marks the first decline since 1961, when the country was in the midst of 4-year famine following the failed Great Leap Forward campaign. Demograph says that with China's population now having peaked, India is set to become the most populous nation in this year. Birth rates in China have declined since 1980s and in the wake of the one-child policy, which introduced harassment measures such as forced abortion. This is inhumanity. This is a crime. This is a murder. Forced abortions are murders. And high financial penalties. This is inhumanity. This is against the birthright of individuals. The Chinese government still funds the policy, arguing it spared China an additional 400 million births. 400 million inhumanities done. But critics of the policy says that estimates is an exaggeration when considering declined family size over time in many countries, along with economic development and without similarly harassing measures. And when factoring into account the policy legacy of living behind a rapid aging society. So again, stressing the point that forced abortions are inhuman, whereas you can educate them about the health. Even the woman's health is concerned when they go for more and more number of births without proper health, or within the period of gap between the pregnancy of 3 years, that will affect their health. They are going to put their health in risk. They are also going to suffer much financially. And forcing for abortion is totally inhuman, and abortion also has lots of side effects. So child control measures and sex education and birth control education should be provided, not forced abortion. This is a very inhuman act. No country should practice these kinds of things, and high financial penalties. And I don't know what the government thinks that they have got the post. And dictatorship being the West, where the leader himself says that he is going to rule the people. My principle is democracy, and deciding whom to rule is the birthright of any individual, men or women born on this world. So it's a birthright of every individual. Apart from that, some more people are being forced, which is slavery, which is inhuman. So democracy should be brought throughout the world. And even in democracy, after coming to the power, the leaders put a lot of fines, to fill up the what they call it is lockers of the governments and have a lot of money. But I strongly condemn the act, and on the next election they may fail, and the other party will come and they will put some more fine. So in multi-party democracy is the best thing, and people should encourage political leaders who are new leaders who come up with the idea of less taxation, very less penalties, and more education. Instead of penalizing the person with the unbearable fines, call him for a counseling. If he commits, for example, for a motor offense, before just don't get the fine and send him off, giving a challan. Or now even on a digital thing, you get something on your online. The person doesn't know the rules, take him back to the driving test, take him back to the class. Government should appoint teachers and teach them the road rules, tell them why it's wrong, educate them about the side effects, teach them again all the rules related to driving, ask them to do a test drive again, make sure that they follow the practice. And in case of following again and again repeated things, definitely driving license should be disqualified. And also make sure that your signboards are visible on the roads, and also the road rules are being aware for the people, and without the proper signboards on place, and signals not working properly, and signals are not on a proper view sight of the people, blaming people alone doesn't make sense. Okay, so those kinds of things, measures are also should be taken. And this is just an example. On many other cases, government is increasing the tax, increasing the pricing, and so many things, which happens on the democracy as well. Those things also we will discuss in future. And these are all general topics. I am not going to bring any political party, any country. This is as we, being an Indian, as India has got the first place, I have clapped and be happy. and China for the second place for our neighbor, and for our big brother and world's big brother America for the third place with 34 crores population. Again, clapping the hands. So these are all on positive educative note. And if the government rules people with the educative note and with proper guidance, without putting harsh punishments and high level of penalties, it will be a true democracy where all the people live with their birthright. And you can expect lots more from Joel Jonje YouTube channel, and the general knowledge playlist, as well as the YouTube how to create a YouTube channel will be displayed on the end screen, so that all of you have a passive information. You cannot believe the private corporate world to give you a full-time job. I can only teach you YouTube. Even YouTube takes lots of years to give you income. If you save, invest more, avoid loans until it's much essential, and also try to get more additional source of incomes, and take care of yourself by yourself. And if some politicians are watching, or if you know some politicians who are close and who have a good mindset, share them the words, share them more, ask them to give good quality jobs for all the people. 25% of working population, 50%, sorry, 55% of people at the age of 25 around. It's a great credit for a country, and but people need a job at least till the age of 60 or 65. So ask them to provide employment opportunity for all age groups, and rule the people with love and affection, and educate them so that they don't do mistakes, not to force them, threaten them, punish them with very high fines, pull out their money with very high taxation and all those. Give tax incentives, give more guidance, give more opportunities, so that every people produce more, and they are much competitive in the world, and India becomes a peaceful and the best place for people to live in the world. And let all the globe and all the world, all the countries, forgetting about the borders. I believe in global citizenship. With love and affections, let people live on the earth for long and long. Let the factors which divides us, the factors which makes people to fight, disappear, and everyone will live with unity and joy. Okay, friends, with a lot of wishes and greetings to you all. And again, clapping to India, China, and US for getting India first prize, China second place, and US third place. And it's time to say bye. It's Joel Jonji signing up from you. Thumbs up, subscribe, share this video within your WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and whatever the social media you have, and spread the happy news that India gets the first place in population in the world. And it's Joel Jonji signing up from you. Bye bye. Let me stop this and end the recording. Bye bye.